All right, what's going on, everybody? Hopping on here for day number 4. Give me a hot second. Going to make sure we are all live and everything is good to go. I was just sitting here thinking as I'm setting this up, I thought, good God, wouldn't it have been nice if I could have had something like this when I first got started to learn everything that I needed to know in 14 days and would have saved me like a year of all this crap that I've put myself through trying to learn all the ins and the outs and everything that I needed to know to get this up and running. So give me a hot second here, get this up and running. Okay, we are live. So check this out. Today we are going to be talking about creating a live schedule and what topics to talk about. So here's the cool thing is that you do not need to put any unnecessary pressure on yourself to go live or to have a show or to do things on a schedule that doesn't make sense for you, right? So what I mean by that is most people are very busy. Time is the most scarce resource in all of our bag of tools that we have available. So it's probably not going to make sense for you to plan to try to go live every single day or even 3 times a week or even every week, right? So one thing you want to do now, hopefully up to this point, you've already identified like what types of gear you're going to have, the space that you're going to be in, the setup, what's it going to look like. Hopefully, if you're still following along, you may have shot a video yesterday talking about the backstory about how you got into the thing that you are doing right now. So the cool part about that is you've probably built some traction, right? You're probably feeling some progress. Like, yes, I've got my space, I got my camera, I got all my stuff set up. I shared a video, got some good feedback from it. So now it's like, okay, what does this look like moving forward? So the cool thing is that you really get to decide what you want it to look like. So when I first got started doing this, I actually hired a guy. I paid him for an hour to meet with me and talk with me and basically help me create a content schedule. And this was so beneficial for me because I know for me, like, yeah, I've got 100 different things I could talk about, but what is actually going to add value to people, right? What is actually going to be beneficial? And not only that, but who can I bring on strategically to help me talk about whatever the thing is that I want to talk about? So that's what we're going to figure out today. So the first thing you can do is figure out what your schedule is going to look like, right? What is your schedule going to look like? What can you commit to doing? Is it a weekly schedule? Is it every Thursday? Is it Tuesday and Thursday? Is it every other week? What does that look like for you? Because if you're really going to be serious about this and you're going to make that commitment to yourself and your audience and the people that follow your page, you're going to want to have a schedule that you stick by, right? There's a few benefits to this. The first one is people know when you're regularly going to be live, right? So they can plan ahead, they can prepare. You can figure out which hour or which time of day or which time of week do you get the most engagement. So for example, if one day you shoot at 8 o'clock in the morning and the next day you shoot at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and the next day you shoot at 9 o'clock at night, kind of like my schedule here lately, you'll realize that there's certain times a day that you get more traffic, more engagement, right? And what you can do is create your regular schedule by that strategy right there. When do you get the most engagement? When are your people available to watch? Because the last thing you want to do is be creating content during an hour that people aren't available. Maybe your customers work all day long. Maybe the people that you're trying to serve work all day. And if they do work all day, maybe evening would be best, right? So, first thing you got to be able to figure out is when you are available, right? So, let's say you've got all that figured out. You're like, okay, I'm going to go live on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock at night. So, you can start building some hype around that. You can start letting people know. You can start creating some, I wouldn't go all the way into advertisements yet, but you could start creating some content that says, hey, on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, I go live and I talk about real estate. Or on Thursday nights, I go live and I talk about how to make more money or whatever the thing is that you do that you're trying to get across to your potential customers or your audience. So then from there, you got to figure out what type of topics do you want to talk about. But more importantly than that is who could you bring on to talk about these topics along with you, right? So, in my experience, right, I like to shoot videos by myself. It doesn't bother me. Most of you know I can get on here and talk and kind of ramble on and get a message across. But what's really been fun for me and where I've had the biggest results, meaning in growth in my page, growth in my following, engagement, stuff like that, is by strategically bringing people onto my show or onto my page and talking about the thing that we're trying to get across. So for example, like I share with you guys, I run another page, the OVI Drivers Intervention page, where we talk about substance abuse, we talk about recovery, we talk about drinking and driving, we talk about laws, we talk about peer support, we talk about counseling, we talk about recovery, 12 steps, we talk about a lot of different stuff. And the cool thing is that I know 100 people who would be willing to come on and talk with me about a specific topic, right? And so by doing that, I'm able to bring people on and have conversations with them and expose them to my environment, right? Expose them to the people that are engaging with my content, and at the same time be able to get introduced to people who already follow them, right? So the cool thing about this challenge right now is we're actually kind of going through this together. So at the same time, I've been building my studio and getting everything set up, transitioning career-wise in my job and stuff like that, doing all types of different stuff. One thing that I've done is I've almost let sorry about that. I've almost let my other page, my live show on my other page, kind of has been on the back burner for a little bit, but I'm super excited. I got a big show set up for this weekend where I'm going to be bringing on some people and talking about a big thing that's very important to a lot of people, right? The thing really doesn't matter to you today. The thing is that I want you to be able to get a schedule, a routine, right? Know what you want to talk about. Know the different types of people that you could bring on. And a great way to do this is to sit down with the old pen and paper and just brainstorm out some ideas, right? Who do you know? What topics could you talk about? And some ways to think about that is, who do you help? How do you help them, right? What are some success stories? What are some challenges? What are some failures, right? What are some tips? What are some tools that you use? What are some softwares that you use? What are some experiences that you've had? Like when you sit down with a pen and paper, you can really brainstorm. I would recommend coming up with at least 20 different ideas of different things that you can talk about, whether that's by yourself or bringing on a guest, and then commit to your schedule. Is it one day a week? Is it every other week, right? Is it twice a month, 3 times a month, whatever regular looks like for you? Because the thing is, like, you want to come out of the gate with some consistency. You want to be able to let people know, like, hey, this is who I am, what I'm going to be talking about, and when I'm going to be talking about it. That way you can create some engagement, right? Create a following with it. So that's the whole point of doing this right here. So, and the cool thing is, guys, is that it's not anything that you have to force all this stuff to happen. You're probably going to have some ideas and think that they are the best ideas ever. And then you're going to try to share them. You're going to create content around them, and it's going to fall flat, right? And that's okay. That's part of the process. What you have to be able to do, and this is hard for us because whatever your thing is, you're probably the expert in that space, meaning you know all of what we call the techno babble stuff that goes along with it. So when I start talking about live videos, it's very easy for me to start talking about, the different types of cameras and the settings and all the microphones and all the wires and all the gear that goes with it. And when I start talking about all that stuff, it goes over a lot of people's head. A lot of people are like, whoa, we just want to make a video. And here you are trying to tell me about all these cameras and microphones and lights and all this expensive stuff, and whoosh, right over their head, right? So you have to break it down. You have to keep it simple. You have to test out different stories. You have to test out different ideas. But by having a list of ideas, it makes your life so much easier, because when you're set to go live, whether you bring on a guest or whether you're talking to somebody about coming on your show, it's very easy for you to say, hey, friend, John, whoever it is, like you can say, hey, I've got this show set up. We're doing this live video podcast. I would love for you to come on and talk about this specific topic right here. And, and I chose this topic for you because I know you have a lot of experience in this. You're somewhat of an expert yourself. You have a lot to talk about. And I feel like me and you could have a good 20 or 30-minute conversation during a Facebook Live just to let people know about this topic, right? Bam, I guarantee 90% of the time, whoever you ask is going to be willing to commit to coming on and talking with you about the thing, right? So that's it for today, folks. Get your schedule ready, right? Get your topics laid out, right? So if you're sticking with me up to this point, you've got a good idea of your tools, your space, where you're going to be at. Hopefully you've already shared your backstory about how you got to where you're at today. Now I want you to start planning out what exactly your rhythm is going to look like. what time works best for you, have some topics laid out of some things that you can talk about, brainstorm some people that you could bring on, right? Because as we continue to move forward, all of this stuff is going to be very important, right? Nobody starts knowing everything. Nobody's just going to hop in this space and be like, okay, bam, I got everything all set up and everything's just perfect. It's wonderful. This is a very step-by-step process, and it builds on each other, right? So you don't want to just overwhelm yourself with too many details or not knowing everything, right? You're not going to know everything coming in the door. I'm trying to walk you through baby step by baby step by baby step. Get the gear, get the space, get the setup, do a test run, right? Be able to commit to creating some new topics and go from there. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. If you'd like to message me, send me a message and I will be more than happy to get back with you. So that's all for today. I will see you tomorrow. Done.